Hi everybody, I'm here with Costa Georgiadis. How do you say it?
It was close enough. That'll be fine.
Georgiadis.
Yeah, perfect.
That's
Said
better.
like a Dutch Greek, or a Greek Dutchman. But anyway, that's me. This is Sandra. You got to use that. That's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like that.
I actually never even said your last name.
Yeah, that's an outrage.
That's an outrage. You
No,
should just
because
Costa.
yeah, because that's how it is.
Costa.
It's sort of, which is fine.
I will start again.
No, I
Because
was
my-
liking the randomness. I was liking the randomness.
Alright.
So if you get it wrong, we're going to push
We're
on.
going to push
We're
on.
going to push
Okay.
on.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Costa Georgiadis and we are going to talk about the chemicals that we use on our body. And not long ago I heard Costa talk at a high school about the chemicals that's in the products that we put on our body. And it was a fantastic talk and I went straight away home and looked at my products. I knew that my deodorant was okay because I use all natural there, but my shampoo, I knew it was vegan since I'm a vegan. Wasn't tested on animals, no animal products, but it had a huge cocktail of other chemicals in it. I was horrified. So first I thought I'll use it up and then replace it, but you know I couldn't do it. I actually couldn't do it. I had to throw it out right there and then, and I bought this natural, all organic products. So I contacted Costa to tell him how successful his talk was. I wish my vegan talks were that successful. They're not. And asked him if we actually could have a chat about it and see what your message is about the chemicals that are in the products that we use on our body every day.
Yeah, well, look, Sandra, I suppose it's interesting in the sense that, you know, I spend a lot of time talking to people about growing, building soil, growing plants, harvesting produce, cooking with it, eating with it, absorbing the minerals and the nutrients and developing health. But it's kind of almost void if, while that is going on, there's a parallel universe that's polluting the body every day with small dose exposure to multiple chemicals. And it probably got even more crystallised watching a recent movie by Sean Penn called The Human Experiment. And they had a premise in that where they said, you know, most people by 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning before they leave home, they've been exposed for up to 100 chemicals. When you think about it, there's body scrubs, shampoos, then conditioners, then leave-in conditioners, there's skin masks, and then scrubbers and toners and leave-on eye wrinkle sort of polyfillers. There's antiperspirant.
Oh, horrible.
There's deodorant. There's stuff people spray in their shoes. There's stuff people rub on their body, creams and so on and so forth. And what I go on about food, and equally with this, in a sense, it's food. It's another form of food for your body. So whether it's cleaning your body, but we're also feeding our body other things, you know, through what is a most incredible structure. The skin is a living being, and it's open and it absorbs.
We absorb through our skin, so therefore it is like a food.
Yeah.
I love that.
So we're applying food externally, which goes internally. And when you look at the fact that people are becoming a bit more aware about the labelling on their food, you know, so you see them there in the supermarket or in the shop or at the markets going, oh, you know, what's this? But that's just the start. So you really need to start to do the same, even more vigilantly, because the chemical cocktails in these products, they're not as readily explained.
Right.
The term fragrance covers a list of potentially 100 different chemicals, but all you'll see on the label is fragrance. So everything has fragrance, from your hand wash to your shampoos. So that cocktail is just, it's bad enough just the fragrance ingredient, let alone all the other things that make it feel like it should. Just like toothpaste alone, like it soaks up and it has all these chemicals that make it feel like it's doing something. And that's a taught thing. I mean, those textures are taught, because if you, so people get used to it. They go, oh well, if I'm brushing my teeth, it's got to foam up. But then when you read the label more closely, it says, if swallowed, seek medical advice. So the question is, which part of in your mouth is not swallowed when there's all this absorbent part, all this absorbent skin, and tongue, and whatever. So my thought there is, we have to be as vigilant. We have to be more vigilant with the labels of the parallel lines of food that we put on our body.
Yes.
Because they're thick and fast. So if you add up, and this is what Sean Penn said in his film, he said most women by 8 o'clock in the morning, when they walk out the front door, have been exposed to more than 100 chemicals.
That's crazy.
If you say that each product has at least 10. So 10 times 7 things. There's 70 or 80. And guys, well, guys probably say that they don't manscape as much, but he reckoned that probably half to 2/3 of that
at least half
that is going on. So that alone is enough to make you think, hold the phone, this is serious. My thought is maybe 7 or 8 or 9. Now ladies more.
Yeah.
So they're using at least 10 things generally. So there's 100 chemicals before you walk out the door. And with guys, and they probably say they don't use as much, but the manscapers probably do. They might be using 6 or 7. So that's 70 or 60. Now, what it is about it is that these are low doses, but they're regular, and it's a regular low dose. But then when all those doses combine, you start to get an exponential impact of toxicity.
Absolutely.
Day after day after day. Multiple times we brush your teeth, you put the underarm on, you're putting the creams on, you're washing your hands, there's antibacterial soap, triclosan. People are being exposed to this in so many different products, and then shampoos with sodium lauryl sulfate.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are really harsh cleaners that are used industrially, and they're there in doses that we're putting directly on absorbent parts of our bodies. So what's it boil down to? It boils down to labels. It boils down to that whole thing that it's user beware.
Yeah, so what do we use instead? Do they have products that are natural?
Yeah. There are ranges out there that you can find.
Yep.
And I suppose that's the thing. The finding is as important as the realising, because, as in your case, once you're
at the aha moment.
Then the aha moment has to be followed by that next step. But then you can then assist the aha moment with others, because you can say, well, this is what I'm using and this is what I've found in my area, and I know that I can access this, or I can get that off the net, or my local health food shop, or this store is stocking this product, and then you just do it bit by bit.
Yes.
The biggest thing I say to people is don't go home when you have that aha moment and just wipe the cupboards empty.
Like I do.
For everyone else.
Oh, for everyone else, right.
You know what I mean? You need to have the alternative there, and then that way people can can learn and
Yes.
absorb and understand where you're getting at. Because
Yes.
if you just turn it upside down and then you don't have access to those other things, well, you're putting pressure on
You do.
what's already a pressured situation. Because you don't want to intimidate people,
No.
but in some senses you need when you make that step. Even if it's just read your toothpaste and get a handle on that and start there, or cease using aluminium-based antiperspirants.
Yes.
Understand that this is a machination. This is a radiator of the body. We can't stop it, and it needs to perspire to get rid of those toxins. And then if it's an odour thing, just use a deodorant, and so we can do it. And then start to look at the shampoos and the conditioners, and then start to look at the hand wash. Even if you start with a hand wash in the base and look for something that doesn't contain all these harsh chemicals, well then you can actually note it down, and I would stress that. Note down the things that you change as you change them, and that way you can see where you've come.
Yes.
Otherwise it can become a big too hard basket.
Yeah.
And then you do one or two, and then I couldn't find this, and then that supplier and this and that. You need to be prescriptive.
Yeah.
Make a connection with the supplier, so you know, or your outlet, so you know that it's available, and then away you go. Find the ones you like, and then you become a receptacle of knowledge in your area.
In that area. Yeah, it's like replacement therapy, I think it is. So thank you so much for your knowledge, and that's all. And you guys take note and listen to this and have a look at your own products at home. All right. Say goodbye. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.